Well, swim down he did, and he's ready for this one. And he used to have the British record. You can see at the bottom of that screen, it's held by Duncan Scott. And that's fascinating, because Duncan Scott is here. He's swimming in the finals tonight, but not in this 400 medley final.
Yeah, Duncan's just so versatile, I think. He could have a very busy schedule if he was to swim everything that he's good at, but he's narrowing it down this week, concentrating on the freestyles, and I think we'll see him in the 200 IM later this week.
So William Riley in lane number 1 in this, the big final of the 400 medley, with Pierce Greening in 8. Here's Tony Joe, Trent Oliver in 7, with David Ennis in lane number 2 from Royal Wolverhampton School. And then Edward Marcellus Whittles of Chelsea Westminster, lifetime best in the heats to qualify for this final. So really, it's going to be hard to see past Max Litchfield for the gold. It's just whether he can do the consideration time. There's George Smith of University of Stirling in 3. And Charlie Hutchinson of Loughborough Performance in lane 5. Dave Hemmings, your old coach, doing a super job with him as his teammate in lane number 4. Here he is, Max Litchfield, 4th at the Olympics in Tokyo, 4th at the Olympics in Rio. He's going to try and qualify for his 3rd straight Olympic Games.
And that'd be seriously impressive, you know. Max has already dipped under the qualifying time this year. His seasonal best sits at 4:10.4. So I think he looked fairly relaxed this morning, so I think he's got a lot left in the tank.
Well, that 4:10 was when he won the silver medal at the World Championships in Doha earlier in February. It was an impressive swim, that, but I just get the feeling that he's maybe a little bit better here. He looked really good in the heats. He was tough to 300 and then just turned the gas off in that last in the last 100. I wonder how he's going to go here.
I think he's got a really good swim in him. You know, he's had a good few years training behind him, and it's nice to see him back on the international stage. So I think if he can use this crowd, get behind him, he might be out there on his own a little bit, but hopefully Charlie Hutchinson can go with him as well. It'd be nice to see both boys in lane 4 and 5 do well.
Well, he's an absolute world-class swimmer. Had the British record until Duncan Scott broke it. He is the 2nd fastest British swimmer in history, and has won the 2nd fastest time by any British swimmer as well. The final, the 400 medley. Max Litchfield in 4, the fastest seed. The time he's looking for is that nomination time for Paris. It's 4 minutes 11.9. And he won the silver medal at the Worlds in 4:10.4, so 1.5 seconds faster than the nomination time when he won that World Championship silver medal. He's got the red hat right in the centre, and he started off pretty quickly. We're talking about easy speed. It doesn't look that easy on his fly, but it's very effective.
Yeah, Max has quite a strange butterfly technique. He's so fast and he's very efficient over 200 metres, and typically not as kind of smooth as your Phelps or your Chandler Close, but definitely gets the job done. This is one of his stronger strokes, so nice to see him taking it out strong, and hopefully he can recover a little bit on the backstroke, get his oxygen levels back, and then really hit hard on the breaststroke.
Well, he is an absolute machine, isn't he? He's one of your teammates, but I understand that he trained crazy hard.
Yeah, definitely. Both him and Charlie, I trained with in the last few years of my career in Loughborough under David Hemmings, and some of the sessions that those boys do, I don't think I could have completed them as an age group swimmer. So yeah, everyone at Loughborough trains so hard, but you have your likes of Max, Charlie, Laura Stevens doing the butterfly, who they're not easy events, so they have to train really hard. So it's nice to see all this hard work paying off for them.
Well, at the moment, the teammates from Loughborough Performance, Dave Hemmings' protégés in 4 and 5. That's Max Litchfield and Charlie Hutchinson leading this field, and leading by quite a way. Litchfield looks very good indeed, using about 12 metres underwater, as did Charlie Hutchinson there as well. Good discipline underwater. And coming up to the breaststroke leg now, 25 metres of backstroke left, and then that breaststroke leg. How's his breaststroke?
Max has a really strong breaststroke, actually. I often used to do quite a lot of sets for him on breaststroke. So yeah, he's really strong, and I think you'll see kind of on all the turns and all the underwaters, the 2 middle lanes will be so disciplined. Dave is such a technical genius, and he's constantly pushing for those small improvements, whether that's finding 1% around the wall, under the waters. We're constantly working on new techniques with the cameras and the systems that we have in Loughborough. So Very technical swims from the middle lanes, and you'll never see them skipping on the underwater phase. Max here coming into the 250-meter turn. Really strong breaststroke. As I said, a lot of technical work done, but gets really high out the water, recovers his hands over the water, and is constantly finishing that kick as much as he can. Dave's concentration around the breaststroke is always about getting as much out of you can at every single stroke, because it's such an efficient stroke. So staying out of that streamline position for as little time and holding a nice long glide.
He certainly seems to be maximising the distance that he gets per stroke. This is really impressive. There's his dad, and he's more nervous than I think any of the athletes. It is funny, isn't it? The poor old parents, I tell you what, they really do suffer. But he's got to be somewhere around 3:12 is where he was in Doha if he's going to do this time. Look at that, 3:10.9. He's a full second inside of it. So this could be close to the British record, and this will be good. This will be very good indeed. Look at this. This is a fabulous swim.
Yeah, he looks great, and he's pulling away further and further. That British record of Duncan Scott sits at 4:09.18, so that's definitely under threat here.
Well, 4:09 would be stunning if he can do that. That would be an absolutely brilliant swim. Fastest time in the world so far is 4:09.72. British record is 4:09.1, and he looks really good. Great underwater as well.
Yeah, as I said, Dave Hemmings is constantly plugging the underwater phases and the technique off the start. So, yeah, he's looking great coming into the last 25.
Well, this is fantastic. Look at this. It is Max Litchfield. There's no doubt about the winner. It's whether he can do the time. The time he's looking for as a consideration time is 4:11. The British record is 4:09.1. He's going to be very close indeed. Oh, yeah. Oh, has he done it? Yes, he has. 4/100ths of a second inside the British record. Oh, goodness me. Well, the British record was 4:09.18, and he's just gone 4:09.14, and Dad is very happy. Look at that. Well done, sir. A new British record. It's inside the nomination time for the Olympic Games, so he's going to his third Olympics. He's going to Paris, and that was a brilliant swim.
Yeah, amazing, Smith. Max, I'm so happy for him. He's finished fourth a few times at the Olympics, so that's got to be an amazing confidence boost going into this summer.
Well, that was a stunning swim, wasn't it? And that breaststroke leg, when he was a full second inside of the split that he did when he went to the World Championships to win the silver medal. And that is the fastest time in the world this year. There's still an awful lot of swimmers still to have their Olympic trials. Britain gone quite early for the Olympic trials, but look at that underwater. Really good as well back to breast.
So disciplined in Dave's group, and it's constant from him. See his breaststroke here, getting really nice and high out the water, finishing strong on the freestyle to get that British record.
Well done. Well, he's got his Olympic rings already tattooed from the previous two Olympics he's qualified for. Now he's qualified for his third. Max Litchfield wins the 400 medley and a new British record, 4:09.14. And there, his dad shaking John Mason's hands. I think his dad will give anybody a hug right now. That was brilliant. There we go. Well done, son. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's just fantastic. Have another hug. Hold on a second, I'm going to get a soaking wet t-shirt. Who cares? Well done. That is absolutely brilliant.